it, or I am playing through how we evolved. The reason I'm doing this is because right now we're talking about primitive man. I'm not saying caveman because I know they did not live in caves and stuff. In fact, I might even add a little story during it. And another side note is that during every about 10 minutes, I will talk about like I have a 10-minute mark, and then I talk about a different type thing, and it will start out with the hominid and it'll just start out with the hominid and the definition of the word. Also, I'm sorry if I cannot edit the screen to be, full sized, because for me, I have not figured out how to do that. So if it's small, I am so sorry. But also, if you can't tell, I'm very tired. I mean, I know right now it's only about 7-ish, but I was just working concession for school. That lowered my energy a lot. But now I'm here, and I am really excited to show you guys this. Now, just so you know, there's a disclaimer. There's a little bit of blood in this because, of course, everything has blood. It's just the circle of life. Something eats something, and then it just keeps going around, and then it comes to humans. And like I said, first thing we're talking about, hominid. I already break that rule. I'm talking about the circle of life. So, hominid. The definition for that is that the definition for hominid is any creature that makes tools and uses tools. So, us humans, rocks. We used rocks, and we use tools. And then chimpanzees, which we only have a 98% gene, as Mr. Holt said, that's not that much. We have it's really not. I figured out, I didn't go on to how many genes does it have to be, how many genes do you have to have in common for that species to be in common, I guess, related. I did not do that I just thought, hey, you know what? Mr. Holt said it, and you know what? I really trust him because he's a funny dude, even though I had jokes. Sorry. And he's also pretty smart. I think he's the smartest person I've met. So, hi, Mr. Holtz. Yeah. Anyways, I am just putting on my skills / attributes. The reason I'm not putting health up is because if I do that, then I will start dying because I have modified those things a little bit, even though that's not really how it works in real life. I say no to that, but anyway. Hominid, I'm always getting off track. Hominid, they didn't use much, but pretty much a rock and a stick. A rock, which I cannot use, unfortunately, and a stick, or wood. Then when they combined those together, they made a tool. This isn't the exact tool they made, but it's the tool that I'm going to use, because this is the tool that takes both of them and merges them and forges them. And then they use that tool, get the resources, and then it kind of just goes on. And that's how hominid became a thing, because, they're all using they're all using tools. Now, of course, as these tools, forget about that. But as they're using these tools, of course, they're really primitive. I don't even think they came out with the first pickaxe until they came out with the, I'm trying to remember, it's Homo something. that were really skilled, and they came out with, they were first to make, I'm pretty sure the first to make a pickaxe, or was that when Primitive Man was there? But they were probably first to make like an actual pickaxe. I know that these weren't an actual thing in real life, but I'm gonna use them to my advantage. Ooh. And they use things to their advantage, like, oh, let's say, this was before dinos too. This was like, let's say that there was an animal right here. As you know, there's a dino right here. I have no idea how to pronounce its name, so I'm just gonna call it a turtle. What they would do is they would, you know, they'd have their weapons, or they would have their certain types of, you know, things. They had their certain types of tools. They would use those tools to feed it, and they would gather stuff from it. They would harvest it, and they would grab resources. I mean, that's how their clothes. Like they use those things to make clothes. They use those things to make. They use those things to make more tools. They use those things to trade. I mean, trading wasn't until later on, but whatever. But they just used a lot of stuff and tools. I feel like now this is my opinion. I feel like the most important tool to have is a spear. Why do I say that? Actually, no, scratch that. I say the most important is any type of axe. I mean, you can use it to get wood to make fire, which wasn't invented until later on as well, but we'll get to that. You could use it to, you know, kill and harvest certain animals. Oh my god. I feel horrible now. Yeah, I just used it for a bunch of things, as I said. Now, as you can see, water. One thing that humans need the most of is water. They need it for literally everything. They need it to survive. They need it to irrigate, for irrigation on crops, which I will show you. They need it to maybe use it as, I don't really know any other things, but I just know that it had a lot of, I just know that it had a lot of uses. I mean, maybe it was used as, no, it's too crazy of a theory. What I was going to say was, I have a theory that maybe they used water, they maybe put it over fire, they boiled it, and then, what? Oh. They boiled it, and then maybe smaller insects and animals, they would kill like that. They would, and then when they, you know, like took off all the feathers or something like that, it would already be cooked, or it would already be boiled, or something like that. It's just my crazy theory. If Mr. Holtz, if you watch this video, I'm sorry if I'm really off. I'm trying my best to be educational here. It's a little difficult. Anyways, as you can see, as I go into my inventory, I'm a little hungry and a little thirsty. How do I get water? Well, usually you would just have to, you know, purify it. You'd have to do a purification system, which, that's how they figured out that purified water is way better than salt water, or things like that. So what they did, I'm going to have to go to structures here. I can barely even see. Okay. Structures, there. And they went to what they did is they got, oh my gosh, it isn't this hard. They got, okay, I can't find it, but they got little purification systems. All you need to do in this game, kind of inaccurate, is just sit in it. Like, go underwater and your water starts going up, but your oxygen also goes down. Yeah. And then to get food, you can either A, brutally kill an animal, and then take it, and then harvest it. Oh my gosh. And then cook it. I have a lot of meat, as you can see. Now, if I can just find cooking. There we go. Now, first thing that was made. Fireplace. Or, you know, a campfire. I don't see a bonfire in here. Like, I mean, I know you can do that with just a bunch of campfires in this game, but really, why would you do that when really a bonfire was technically right after a campfire? Like, technically, this is my theory. I'm making a lot of theories here, is that they just kind of, someone maybe made too big of a campfire, but they didn't really care because they thought, ooh, bigger campfire, more light. And they lit it, and they called it a bonfire. Because, hold on, I don't have my phone on me. I can't even look and see why it was called a bonfire. Maybe because bon is another way of saying, like, big or giant. Things like that. But I don't know. It's really just, whoops, I accidentally took a screenshot. Yeah. First, campfire. Then bonfire. Couple thousand or so years later, they came up with a more sophisticated kind of, that way to make food that kind of changed the world. And in this game, they call it a cooking pot. So what you do is you put in your food. In my case, it's meat. And then you put in thatch, which is burnable, as you know, or wood, which is also burnable. I will put in some wood and my thatch, because it's really easy. And then you light the fire. You just gotta wait a little bit. And it should start turning into cooked meat. I'll come back later and maybe it might. I need to. Hold on, is there any way that I can set a... I'll just stay close to here. Any rocks over here? No. I have all my needs. I have water. I have a good water source. I have food. Now I can move on to the wants. I've kind of already moved on to a few of the wants. Clothing. I mean, it's kind of like a really clothing... Because, I mean, without clothing, in the winter, you're pretty much going to die from hypothermia. So I feel like maybe there could be a like 3.1 kind, like 3.1, yeah, like a 3.1 kind of one where the point one would be like clothes, because I mean you kind of need clothes to survive if you're going to survive winter. So I know that I'm gonna get a lot of, when I come into school tomorrow and I ask Mr. Holtz, and I say, hey, on Friday, do you think you could look at my new video that I made? It's called How We Evolve, and it is on my, I'll tell you, my YouTube channel. Everyone's gonna know, so you know what? Actually, never mind. It's called Chris Dunsworth. Don't ask why it's named that. Just know that that's what it is. And if you don't know how to spell that, Mr. Holtz, I'll tell you. So, in the at school, because I don't want anyone to know. Oh, weird. None of my meat. Okay, some of this meat is kind of spoiling, so I kind of needed to Yeah, let's only get a minute, about a minute. Yeah, all these are kind of the same, so I don't really know. I think I'm gonna go and get a little more advanced, actually. I'm going to go back to weapons, and I know it's as primitive, but it's really less kind of primitive. I'm going to try to make a bow. All I need left is fiber. I think that's to make like the string kind of, because it's not an actual like, you know, everyday bow where it's like, oh, it uses string instead of something else. This is a very primitive bow. Like, I mean, yes, no, you cannot get string in this game, and that's probably why. But then again, actually, you know what, just in case, something that actually is less primitive, I'm just going to get it because it's going to help a lot. I'm going to need some arrows. Now, I know that this is pretty advanced. Oh, hey, buddy. I mean, by the time that we got to this stage, we have already made metal items. But, you know what? If the game allows me to do it, I'm going to show you guys. Because, A, this game is amazing. B, I'm trying to make it educational on how we evolve through the world. And C, I just really want Mr. Holtz to watch this. I've spent a lot of time trying to, like, I mean, it's not much, but it just feel like I'm trying really hard to make this. So, I just really want Mr. Holtz to watch this. Okay, enough depression joke. Back to the game. As you can see, my little campfire over there, or my little cooking pot, still hasn't made any food for some reason. Like, I don't know why it's not doing it. Maybe I need more, I don't know. It's like, it's just taking a really long time, so I'm a little surprised that it hasn't done it yet. As you can see, it's kind of turning to night. That's also why I made the campfire. It's for heat, warmth. Warmth, to give off light. I also have a torch for that, but I mean, I'd rather use fire. And it also, in this game, it doesn't, but it scares off predators. Like, things are scared of it. Now, I'm also going to make a structure. Now, I know what you're thinking, maybe. This isn't everyone. But Jackson, you can find structures anywhere. In this game, you really can't. Like, there aren't any open caves. You actually have to make your own building, your own house, where you live. So, I guess it's not the most realistic, but it still kind of gets some of the traits, like how it started out with very crude and primitive, and then goes on to, hold on, I know I just went into structures to build a house, but going back to weapons, to being literally tech, like actual technology. I don't think I can make that. Like, I won't be able to make that for a while. And metal, and even a lance, which isn't very good. But chainsaw, and somehow even an electric rod. It's really cool how they were able to create it. That it's kind of showing, hey, you can evolve to do amazing things. And humans did. Now we're at kind of a stopping point because apparently everybody's got an electronic shoved in their face 24/7. But I'm trying to be educational with mine. So I will show you maybe in another video, because I might do these if people like it, if Mr. Holtz accepts it. Then I might talk about how, like, life, death, stuff like that. And Then I might have someone else join it. To show how, life has been given. Oh no, death has happened. Things like that. Anyways, I really need to make, okay, you can't make wood. I don't have any thatch. Dang it. Just, you know, you can actually tame pets and you can actually, get pets in this as well. So I'm going to show you, technically how animals went from being wild and undomesticated to pets and very domesticated. Right now, we've just got to survive the night without being attacked by anything. I know I'm going out kind of. I'm trying to get some wood and some thatch. I think I got way more wood, so I'll just use that. This is why I upgraded my weight so much and why I use that to make it a bunch, because wood, as you would think, weighs a lot. I mean, 50, like for 100 wood it weighs 50 pounds. I mean, let's see how much it is for 2. Okay, so it's 1 pound for 2, but that's a lot. That is a lot to carry. I mean, plus everything else that I have. Yeah, that's just why I did that. Anyways, back to building the shelter. I'm going to try to make a very primitive. I was not even able to make much. I think I'm just going to try to survive the night next to my fire. See, why do I have no cooked meat? Seriously. Also, I've completely forgotten how to play this game. What? Okay. 1 second. I am so sorry, but I need to check something. I think I might have accidentally messed something up with this. Not that I just need to change something. I am really sorry for this. It's going to take a little bit. You can hate me. And even if you watch this even when I'm watching this, even while you guys are watching this, you can even still like do a thing. It was my fault. So I'm not going to pause in between the video. I'm not going to pause the video or anything like that, but I'm just going to. It's just while I'm playing, you can quit. This is all like if I, for some reason, it just did not like to work. No resource rating. I don't know what that is. Okay. It's just for some reason messed up. I'm not gonna try to go through all this. It's probably just a little buggy. I haven't played this game in like forever. I think the last time I played it, a long time ago. Right now I'm getting off track. Let's get back to surviving. And then there's something else that I need to show you guys that was probably a big change in how they hunted and maybe not tame, but how they hunted and how they hunted and how they maybe like I don't know how they. I'll just show you, but now that I have a lot of crap. Oh wait, hold on. Am I? Okay, hold on. That should work. I have to do that so that I can show you guys everything. Yeah. Okay, back to wood. What do I need? Oh. Then I'm definitely gonna have to just wait out the night here. You know what? This isn't working. I'm just gonna need to make a normal. I can't even make a normal campfire. I need thatch. Oh, I'm going out to get some thatch. At night, this game is like, I don't know if you've heard of this, but it's called Don't Starve. Technically, if you go into the dark without like a light or anything like that, then technically they're like monsters and stuff. But right now, it's just survival. And I forgot to leave room for... Whoops. Okay, let's just put some meat in there and start up the fire. As you can see, for some reason, I cannot be hurt. That's because I put my player resistance and I can't get hurt. Ooh, or you can see that's... Please be meat. It's charcoal. It's always gonna be charcoal. Oh my gosh. Oh, never mind. Now it's working. The cooking pot's not as good as I thought it was. I mean, sure, it gives a lot of... Or maybe this one's just glitched. I don't know. I'm probably going to demolish this one and then grab everything that was in this. And then I'm going to make another cooking pot and see if it works the same. Because if it doesn't work, I'm really not going to use the cooking pot anymore. Okay. No, I don't want to put in berries. I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did last time. If it doesn't work, I'm not. I don't want to put flint in there. Flint is not going to ignite. In fact, in this game, flint doesn't even really do much besides from like, I don't know, it doesn't really do much. I'm deciding if I should harvest him or... I don't know. Oh, decisions. I think I've got enough food. I think I'm gonna let him live. Ooh, okay, 5 cooked meat. Plus it definitely takes a while to cook meat. Okay, I just think that it's really bad. I mean, I think it's supposed to be made to get charcoal, which it is succeeded at. So I'll just take everything. I'm not gonna make another campfire. I'm just going to this one, add on to it. Let me see, is it? Okay, it's starting to turn today, and I think it has. Yeah, every time you hear that, that means that's changed to another day. And we're 28 minutes in. I'm sorry if it's really long. We might have to split it up into 2 days, maybe. It's just, this game, there's just so much to show. I mean, I haven't even gotten past half of it yet. So, I should probably get to crafting. How do I make a refining forge again? I need fiber. Okay. The reason I need to make a refining forge is because apparently in this game, that's how you make metal. And metal is a very, very, you know, resourceful thing. You need metal or else you can't really do much. Oh, right, I placed one on the farm. I guess for now, this will just be like my little workspace for now, I say, because I know that I'm definitely gonna move it. Requires wood or thatch. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna go out and go on an absolute. Maybe if I can, I'll cut this out because I just don't want this video to be too long of me just getting a bunch of wood. So maybe I'll see. So if I can, I will put it out. If I don't know how, then I will just keep talking through the stuff. Oh my god, if I can, then I'll just not talk, or you won't hear what I said, or maybe in the end, at the end of it, I'll talk about what I was saying, something like that. Anyways, actually, I already finished, so it doesn't really matter. 74. All right. Fire. All right, I think that should be enough until. I just wish that there was an easier way that I could. I mean, there is. If I go to cooking, there is technically an industrial grill, but I need gasoline. To get gasoline, I need like. Oh, I need oil, anyways. How do I get? Oh, right. Okay, I don't know if I can get this stuff in here, and since my oxygen goes down really quickly, I might not be able to. But if I can find some silica pearls, or maybe something else, then I may be able to make something that I might not have been able to. Because I mean, hold on, trilobites. Yes, I can use you to get oil and stuff. Okay. Well, they're a really good way of getting stuff like that. Okay. Okay, that's a raptor. I should probably leave. Even though I'm like invincible, I just don't want to show you all of the really aggressive ones yet. Alright. I have gotten some stuff. Maybe it was enough to be able to make an industrial grill. Nope, I still need more oil. Okay, that's gonna take me a... Oh, that's these. I always think that sound is like crab or something. It's not. It should be enough to smelt it all. I'm just gonna leave that stuff there. And okay, I know this is cheating a little bit, and I know that this is this isn't primitive, but I just need to find a way back. Actually, where am I right now? I am at about 78. No, wait, I'm about 35, 78. Okay. See, I'm using what you taught me. I'm using what you taught me, Mr. Holt. So I'm gonna go out. If I know that 35, 78 is where I need to go to get to my little home. If I stumble across an aggressive, an aggressive mob, oh god. Okay, that's a very aggressive one. I will just show you it. That's a little Parasaurus. This guy was trying to hurt him. They're big mean. Not anymore. I am. Oh right. Whoops. I'm gonna get out of creative mode. Now I'm going to get the meat. Not much because I'm using a spear, and of course a spear is the most. A raptor. Oh, that's an alpha. That's an alpha raptor. That's gonna be really. Oh. I still killed it, and I got a lot. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to base. I know where it is right now, so I don't need to use my map, but further away I might have had to. Hey, buddy. They just eat berries, and they're fine. Let me see what I got here. Oh my gosh. Okay, these are like little costume things. Of course, they're not gonna be things that you'll actually find. I got a raptor claw, a trophy that I proved I'm a worthy hunter. I got things that apparently he had gotten from other adventurers that have come. Ooh, that sickle is actually gonna be, and a ton of raw prime meat. This stuff is amazing if you if you're if you're doing like really hardcore mode and your health and your food goes down a bunch. It spoils really quickly though, so how can I preserve it? Actually, I can't because hyenodons aren't a thing here because those live in the desert. Technically hyenas, but they can tank. But there's this pouch for them that you can preserve. Actually, no, that wouldn't be surviving. We just grab this meat and transfer some money. It's just all this raw prep meat. Also, look what happens if you try to eat normal meat. It starts to kill you technically. Like, don't eat raw meat. I know that if they did that back then, it wouldn't do much to them. It wouldn't do much harm to their bodies. I mean, it probably still would, but it wouldn't do too much. Well, in this game, they took it to saying, if you eat this, your health will go down and you might die if you eat too much. So I am going to stay far away from trying to eat that stuff raw. I'm going to try my best to get as much in there as I possibly can. Oh, right, you can only do one at a time. Well, that's just great. I'm just going to have to stay on this fire the entire time. It already spoiled. Well, that's just great. Wait, what? What? Okay. Alright. You know, I'm just gonna forget about that. Put out this fire, demolish it, grab the wood. That is so weird. I've never really had that happen to me, but the game glitched out, I'm guessing, and it just... Okay, I should probably grab that stuff. You know, the wood's probably running a little low, so I might want to add on to that. Alright, let's see. Oh, whoops. Let's see how our 20 metal. I'm going to get all that metal. All that metal is going to... Alright. You see this stuff? I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Chintin. What? Okay, no. This stuff is called Chintin, and you can use it to make armor. Chintin armor. I don't have enough to make... Actually, I do. I don't know why it's saying that I don't. This game is super glitchy. Oh, right, because you need to craft it at a smithy. And a smithy is used by... I will show you, actually. Because, yeah, I completely forgotten that you couldn't make this stuff unless you have a smithy. This is smithy, and it requires 5 metal ingots and 50 stone, which I do not have, unfortunately. I will just take this metal and... wait, how much was that? 23? Yep. Okay, and I just need some... Okay, that's a... Those are big rocks, somehow I can beat them in one. Because I'm using... few cheats, kinda. I mean, I wouldn't call them cheats per se, I just kind of modified it. And of course, they require placement on floor because everything that's modern needs to be on a floor. They can't stand the ground. I don't get it. Maybe it's the foundation that they have to have. Maybe it's, I don't know. I mean, it's literally the foundation, just smaller and less. Okay, it really doesn't, but. What the heck? Oh, right, I need to put this stuff in. This is what really kind of annoys me. Unless, do I have any more Chintin? It said that I have like 200. I don't know why it said that if I only have 27. And then, what else did it take? I forgot. I can just check back in here. it took, for the chest plate, it takes fiber and hide. Okay. So, I know hide I do have a lot of, and fiber I also have a lot of. If I can just find the, there we go. Oh my gosh, it's gonna take a little bit of time. And then just gotta access the free again. I don't really like this way of doing it, but it's the way that you gotta do it, I guess. And I'm going to switch it out with Chinton. Now, I'm gonna get back into the water. I'm gonna see if pickaxe gives more. Oh my gosh, this is going on for 40 minutes. I am so sorry. I'm just really into it. So this will definitely have to be split up into different parts. Okay, here's my goal that I will stop at. When I just make a small little house. Shouldn't take too long. Won't be too hard. Just make a small little house. I probably should have did. Okay, yeah, no, I'm suffocating. Okay, well, I've got to end the video here. Bye. Episode 2 will be coming out if this video is good. Bye.